After losing her grandfather, 20-year-old Alma D. Rankwool returns to her childhood home in the Canadian wilderness. The plane with a lion cub, poached from its mother in Africa and has been destined for a circus, crashed. When she was in the forest, the cub falls into her hands when a bald eagle knocks it out of the nest it fell into during the crash. So she decides not to hand it over to the forest rangers because her grandfather campaigned against the mistreatment of animals in circuses. Alma's grandfather has left her a recorded message, telling her to trust her heart and explaining that he has befriended a she-wolf. She isn't tame, of course, but she is not fearful, he says, so the wolf may come to the house. When Alma takes the lion cub to her home, she went out to find some food for him. On her way, she sees a she-wolf trapped by a net. She recognizes her as the she-wolf her grandfather has mentioned. She helped her to escape as two men were trying to hit and capture her. As the she-wolf was an endangered species, both scientists tried to catch the she-wolf and brought her back to study. When she frees the wolf from the net, it ran into deep forest. Alma told the two scientists to stay away from her private property. When she gets home, she sees that the wolf has followed her, bringing her cub to take refuge in Alma's home. Mama Wolf nurses both her baby and the little lion cub as if it was a part of her litter. The lion cub and the wolf pup live like brothers. They play together and both are kept well fed. Raising the three cubs was an issue for her. She was facing difficulties while raising them. She asked for help from her grandpa's friend, Joe. She didn't plan to stay longer to the island, but the presence of Wolf and the lion changed her mind. Alma loved to play piano from childhood, but while Alma's off on a two-day trip involving a classical music audition for the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra, the wolf mother disappears. It turns out that she was hit by a tranquilizer dart fired by one of the two scientists, both of them wishing to transfer her to a breeding facility for the endangered wolf species Canis lupus nix. This leaves Alma the only one available to raise and protect the cubs, while the three of them live in peace for a year or two. During that time, she names the wolf pup Mozart and the lion cub Dreamer. As there was two animals who liked to eat all day, Alma had to arrange food for them. So she and Joe took a lot of frozen meat from the market and put the sign of warning to make people be aware of the dogs living in the house. Joe made a contract with Alma that the wolf and lion have to be like cat and dog in the house. When spring season arrived, a mother and her daughter visited the island. Her daughter liked the flowers and wanted to get some. When her mother saw the private property sign, she wanted to stop her daughter, but the beautiful daughter insisted to pick the flowers. When the lion smelled the stranger, he came out of the woods. Alma sensed something was wrong, so she rushed to stop the lion. In hassle, her foot slipped and her head hit the rock. She had a serious concussion. The mother and daughter went back home safely and happily, but Joe was worried because Alma hasn't come home. The two animals tried to wake her up, but she was not moving. The temperature was dropping. The two animals used their heat to warm her all the time until any help arrives, but they didn't leave Alma. Next day, Joe went out to find Alma. He saw the two animals together surrounding Alma. He didn't dare to get any closer and instead called the authorities to come and help them. Despite the fact that this separates the trio, Alma was taken to the hospital. The doctor was surprised that the two animals helped to keep her warm. Without that, she couldn't have survived that night. The two animals were immediately given to zoologists to study. They were happy because they didn't have to do anything to capture them. It was the circus lion cub, so the circus owner came to get the lion. When the lion saw a stranger, he roared and was anxious because he was far from home. The circus owner, whose name was Alan, was very happy because he was going to take the lion to the show. His son Raphael appeared to understand the lion's stress. He played music to relax him, and the lion obediently lay down. Mozart is reunited with his mother at the rescue facility, where the two zoologists hope he'll breed with the available younger females as soon as possible. Meanwhile, the poor lion was kept in a cage for a circus show. When Raphael saw the lion, he was heartbroken over the fact that his father brutally tortured a lion. Alma escaped from the hospital before full recovery. He and Joe hurried towards the police stations to find both pets, but the authorities said that as she was nursing wild animals unlawfully, they refused to give the animals back. Alma decided to work on her own to save the animals. She called the breeding facility. Eli, who is an animal researcher, said that she don't have to worry about the wolf now, because he has a home now. The lion can be abused in the theaters, so she decided to find it. Half a month later, the lion has become gentle because the circus owner Alan was giving him doses of tranquilizers. The lion slowly becomes the star of circus. When the circus was passing by werewolf facility in the Iron Mountains, the wolf dug a hole in ground and escaped. The wolf sensed the smell of lion all night, searching until morning. He was able to see the lion. Both animals tried hard to cut the rope with their teeth, but still wasn't able to do it. At the same time, the circus owner came out with his son to see the lion. The wolf hid himself behind the boxes when the master opened the lock. He attracted the attention of the circus owner and attacked him while saving the lion. Both of them ran away and celebrated their reunion. When zoologists came to know that the wolf has run away, they were surprised to see how wolf can be so smart and loyal. He immediately go towards the island and asked Alma about the animals. He said that for their whole life, they have only accepted their one master, and they would come back to her. Alma didn't like Eli because he took away the she-wolf, and now the lion has also gone. Eli comes to know his mistake and asked Alma to give him another chance to amend his mistake. Alma tells him that these animals have lived and played together like brothers. Eli tells her that he has a tracker in the wolf necklace, so they can find it more easily before the police finds it. Alma was worried about their hunger and food, because she was feeding them canned meat. Both animals, after hiding in the forest, when they were hungry, they stole food from a shop. They make use of night's darkness and sneaked into supermarkets for food. When the shopkeeper saw the animals, he was too scared, but the animals left after eating. They were roaming around the city like usual pets. Everyone in the town was scared, so all people closed their doors due to fear. They informed the authorities, and then they sent a huge army to search for the animals. Meanwhile, the circus owner had the experience of hunting. He went with his son in the forest to search for an animal. When he saw the shadow of a lion, he shot from the gun, but the snow wolf came in front of the lion and saved him from being shot. The lion jumped and disappeared after he was scared. The snow wolf was laying on the ground wounded. The circus owner made this medicine because he thought that the lion wouldn't be able to bear it. He gave an antidote to his son to save the snow wolf, and then they left. When circus owner and his boy was eating at a restaurant, Alma and Eli came to them and asked them about the wolf, because the signal from the GPS was on the boy. He denied it, but the boy was scared that his father will hurt the lion. So he secretly told Alma where the lion cub is hiding in the forest. The forest was huge, and it was not easy to find him. Few moments later, the lion appeared. Alma rushed to hug him, but he disappeared because he wanted to let Alma see that the wolf is wounded. Alma finally found the snow wolf and hid her in a safe place. Alma tells Eli and Raphael that it's necessary to take both of them home safely. Suddenly, the circus owner shows up and threatens them with gun. But when he saw his son with them, he regretted it and realized that he was wrong. The forest became crowded with police looking for animals. Alma takes her both animals from a secret passage until they reached the lake opposite to her house. Police was searching for the lion to kill him. Alma pleaded the lion to come home with her. The lion walked and disappeared in the forest. He diverted the attention of army looking for animals. Alma and the snow wolf swam across the lake to home. Hearing the distant gunshots made Alma worried and scared. She thought maybe she won't be able to see the lion again. Realizing that his brother won't come home again made the wolf desperate. Alma heard a noise coming from the bushes, and then she saw the lion. She was extremely happy, as it was her private property. Police couldn't enter it without her permission, so they left. Wolf and the lion became extremely happy together and played with joy. Eli fell in love with Alma. She invited everyone in their hometown to attend a concert. She gave a speech. The authorities also recognized the lion and the wolf as part of Alma's family. She decided to stay on the island forever with her animals. No one can separate them from each other.